For this assignment, I'm going to draw my name in 2-point perspective. And this is a great way to kind of practice the technique in a really simple format. So I'm going to start by drawing a horizon line. It should be straight across your page. And I'm going to add in my 2 vanishing points. And then right in the center of my page, I'm just going to draw a vertical line. And I'm going to connect that back to both vanishing points. So from the bottom, I'm going to go over there, and then again to over here. And then from the top, I'm going to connect it down. And from the top over here, I'm going to connect it down that way. So I'm going to kind of like draw my last name over here. So I'm going to kind of split it into 2 parts. So I'm going to do H-U and then R-S-T over here. So I'm going to start by drawing the U, which is like right in the center, and I'm just going to kind of like make up a font. And I'm going to make it a little bit boxy. And I'm following the lines that I just drew. So the bottom of my letter should follow that guide. And I'm going to make it go all the way to this middle line here. So you can see my U. And then I'm going to finish it. I'm just going to add some depth. So that goes back there. So that's kind of like my depth of my U. And I need an H. Kind of doing this in reverse order. So there's the line of my H, following my vanishing points. So I want to make sure that my U goes back to my vanishing point as well. H-U, and then I'm going to start with R over here. So I'm going to draw the vertical line of my R on that side. H-U-R, and then an S, which is a little bit hard. I'm going to make it kind of boxy, just like my U. S. And last but not least, my T, which is going to be the smallest of the letters. So you want to make sure all your lines there follow that guide, so they want to make sure that you fit in that triangle shape. And then I'm going to kind of turn these into bubble letters using my principles. So everything on this side is going to go back to the right side vanishing point, and everything on the right side is going to go back to the left side vanishing point. So I'm going to start with the top tip of my H, and you don't have to draw your line all the way. Just going to kind of like do it one at a time, and then define the boundary. And then that is where you're going to add your shading. So that's kind of like the edge. And then same with over here. So I want my letters to look like they're going behind my other letters. And then same with my U. So the top point of this U right here. And then a vertical line down, and that is where I'm going to shade. And then this one I already drew. And then your other letters go to the other side. So from the top tip of my R, I'm going to connect that back down there, and then the bottom is going to connect over there as well. And I'm just going to stop it there. And then the T. So the shading should be on the right side for the left side letters, and your shading should be on the left side for your right side letters. I know that's a little complicated, but just go ahead and practice that. So remember, all these letters are going to face that direction, and all the right side letters are going to face the left side. So think opposite. And then you should end up with like a pretty cool name design. And if you need to practice that a couple of times, feel free. And then once you have an image that you like, you can go ahead and upload that to our Schoology page.